Pergamon was found in the 3rd century BC. Its location in the Aegean region, the heart of the antique world, and at the crossroad between Europe and Middle East, destined it to be an important cultural, scientific, and political center. Pergamon and its multi-layered cultural landscape exhibit outstanding evidence of civilizations such as the Hellenistic, Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. The Hellenistic Attalid dynasty created Pergamon as its capital and set the scene for the city on top of the Calais hill. The Hellenistic capital is a supreme example of the adaptation of architecture to nature. High, steep, sloping terrain and the Bakirke plain were integrated into the urban plan. This exceptional composition of well-balanced, magnificent, and monumental landscape was created by a series of masterpieces of Hellenistic period. This includes the steepest theater of the ancient world, the longest stoas, an incredible three-terrace gymnasium, the great altar of Pergamon, the tumuli and supreme pressure water pipelines, the city walls, and the Kabylie sanctuary, which was perfectly planned to have a view in line with the Calais hill. As the capital of the Attalid dynasty, Pergamon was the protector of cities in the Hellenistic period. It had political and artistic power during the antiquity and built up a very intense relationship with its contemporary civilizations. The rivalry between three Hellenistic dynasties caused the Attalid dynasty to create the most famous sculpture school as well as the antique world's best library in Pergamon. Becoming one of the most important provinces of Rome in Asia, Pergamon became a metropolis during the Roman period. The Romans maintained the already existing structures of Hellenistic period structures while adding new functions as a cultural and imperial called center of the empire. Consequently, during the Roman period, many important structures were built, including the extensive remains of Asclepion Sanctuary, a well-known healing center whose sacred spring still flows. The Roman theater, one of the biggest Roman amphitheaters, a great aqueduct, and a perfectly preserved Trajan temple, also included in the world's biggest serapeum. During the Byzantine period, due to the relocation of the trade routes and political centers from Aegean region to northwest Anatolia, especially to Istanbul, Pergamon experienced a new transformation from being a major Hellenistic and Roman century into a middle-sized town. Pergamon now has a particular potential as a multi-layered cultural landscape preserving and presenting its transformation. During the Byzantine period, Pergamon also continued its cultural religious importance as home to one of the 7 churches of Revelation. After the arrival of the Ottomans, Pergamon experienced one more cultural adjustment. This was especially evident on the Bakirke plain. The Ottomans provided the city with all necessary urban structures such as mosques, baths, bridges, khans, pedestrian-covered bazaars, Aras's Ottoman markets, and water system which spread especially on Roman and Byzantine layers. The superimposition of all these different period and culture through continuous inhabitation in Pergamon find its reflection in its urban forms and architecture as continuities, formation, transformation, and losses due to material existence and use of space of different eras and cultures. The physical remains belonging to different periods of historical continuity, sometimes side by side, sometimes on top of each other, form the complex urban from Pergamon's days as a multi-layered town. Hence, the physical, social, and cultural trace of all these days continue within the town's continual history from Pergamon's in antiquity to today's Bergama coexisting within the contemporary urban form of the town. Respectively, Pergamon became one of the witness of its own continual settlement history, but also an astounding evidence of the historical, physical, and cultural depth of the region and geography it belongs to.
Material evidences of historical continuity and multi-layeredness are evident in the urban structure, open areas and buildings in Pergamon. Red Hall, which was originally built by Romans as a sanctuary of Egyptian gods, is one of the many material evidences of historical continuity and multi-layeredness. This example can be increased a lot, as there are many traces and remains of continuous settlement in the Pergamon. All of these contribute to the outstanding value of Bergama as multi-layered town, which is stratified context becoming the material evidence on how the physical space is sustained, converted and recreated by changing society and cultures through time in this region of Anatolia. The culture landscape of Pergamon is characterized by the visual incorporation of the rural with the urban. From the 3rd century BC onwards, the city was encircled by a ring of grave mounds and various sizes.
Pergamon and its multi-layered cultural landscape bears unique and exceptional testimony to Hellenistic urban and landscape planning. Besides all the architectural masterpieces mentioned above, such as Asclepion, Serapis, Temple and Sanctuary, Khybil Sanctuary, at Kapikaya and Tumuli, are exceptional testimonies representing their period, culture, and civilization. Pergamon, with its urban and landscape planning and architectural masterpieces, emphasized extensively in architectural and urban history, is a significant and distinctive illustrator of Hellenistic period. Besides, the above-mentioned architectural masterpieces such as Serapis Temple and Sanctuary, Asclepion, water supply system, and amphitheater are also architectural masterpieces. As important as all of these, Bergama is an outstanding historic urban landscape, illustrating significant stages of human existence in the geography it belongs to. In Bergama, it is possible to visualize how these significant phases of human history have been materialized as a human settlement and how influential they have been in continually shaping and reshaping an urban and cultural landscape.